Hello, this is Stefan Avery, Motivated Change. Wherever you may find yourself in the United States, I want to just talk with public schools according to the situation and the going back to school. Some of you guys are already in school. Most people are getting ready to go back to school. I want to just speak to the first group, which is the administrators. The administrators. I want to say, guys, thank you for what you do, leading these great schools, public schools, making decisions and keeping people working. So I want to just tell you about three things that I noticed that really speaks to the administrators. Number one, budgets. Budgets are what keep people going. The budgets are purchases and salaries that you have to set in order to keep people with jobs. They sign the contracts, and of course, the purchases that's needed during the school year, you keep those things afloat. Thank you. You do that well. We have to set budgets as administrators. The second thing I noticed is compliance. You have to be within the boundaries of the law and the legalities. You have to know what you can do and what you can't do with the money that's earmarked for certain things. Administrators, you do well staying within the bounds, the legalities. Keep this up in the midst of COVID-19, the situations going on. Keep things in order so that your district can run smoothly during this turbulent time. And finally, profits. Profits. Profits help your future programs. Without profits, you can't plan the long term. There are things that you can't do just in 1 year. It takes time. So when you plan or you're playing the long game, make sure that you use your profits to earmark, to plan, to put in place something that's going to assure that your district will continue to run smoothly and be in place. This is Motivated Change, Stefan Avery. Thank you, administrators, for what you do. God bless you. Hello, this is Motivated Change. Speaking to education, public schools, I want to share an encouraging word for the teachers, the certified teachers, those that are certified to teach in any capacity, whether you're a coach. When I mean a coach, I mean like a math coach, literacy coach, or even if you're an athletic coach, a teacher in the classroom, or anybody that stands in the place of a certified teacher. Here's some things, three things that will help you make it through this crazy time. I want to just tell you three things. Number one is you have to have flexibility. Flexibility amid these times is crucial. We've never been in this season where you have many times options to come or not to come. You have Zoom calls. You Zoom all the time. You have Google Classrooms. You have so many things that you have to learn. Plus, you have to work on so many transitions that never existed for you during your teaching career. This is a first. So be flexible. Be flexible, please, for me. Second thing is a pacing guide. With all this going on, being flexible, doing what you do as a teacher, there's still a pacing guide, a set time that you finish all your curriculum and move to the next and the next and the next. Stay on task. No matter how stressed you are, find a way to detach so that when you come back the next day, whether you're in classroom or teaching from home, some people will not go into the classroom. They'll do it remotely. But whatever you do, make sure that you stay with the pacing guide so that you can fulfill all the deadlines that's needed so that you can be the teacher who makes the grade and gets the classroom and the kiddos to where they need to be for each semester, each exam. And by the end of the year, they'll be on task for the next grade. And finally, connecting. The third piece is connecting. You have to connect with your children. That's where you build relationships. That's where you do it, whether hands-on in the classroom or if you are doing it remotely. Find common ground. Find ways to talk with them. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them how their siblings are doing. Make sure that you teach and stay with your pacing guide, but also show that vulnerability that you can reach and connect with your class, make everyone feel special, and make everyone know that you care. Then learning happens, whether in the classroom or online, whether on Zoom, Google Classroom, or whatever tool or venue you use. Make sure you connect. Thank you, teachers, for what you do. This is Motivated Change. Stefan Avery. God bless you. Hello, this is Motivated Change, Stefan Avery. I want to speak to the ESP. That's what I was, and proud to be a part of the ESP class. ESP stands for Education Support Professionals. Notice the last word, education support. You support the teachers. You support the educational system, and you support in a professional way. You are a professional too. So live up to that. Live up in dress, in attitude, in tone, and the way you carry yourself. You are a professional too. So ESP, I have 3 things I want to share with you so that you can have a great year amid this crazy time, COVID-19, and so many things that you will be asked to do that you've never done. So the first thing of the 3 is be open-minded. If you work in the education system, public schools, please, ESP, be open-minded. What I mean is help in places you've never helped. If you're asked to do something, be open-minded, knowing that everybody's learning this new normal, so they need your help. You're there to be a support system to the educational process. You are important. Yes, you are. But you have to be open-minded to help others so that this day can go well. Number 2, you have to be consistent. When I say consistent is when you're helping, let the attitude of the duty show that you are consistently ready, able, you're out to do. Listen, your attitude sets the tone for any teacher that you work with, any administrator, or if you work in the office area, or if you're on the school bus, or if you're a custodial, whatever you do, grounds, any part of the ESP class, you have to have the right attitude to do what you need to do with your duties. What you do and how you do it both affects your job. Do it well. And the third piece for the ESP is that you be wise. Make sure that you're wise in how much information and the necessities that you share and give out. Remember this, there are a lot of things that's happening with COVID-19. Be careful when somebody asks you about information concerning a child or the child's parent or cousin. Do not give information that's privy only to that teacher or the administrator. You can't share information out that's private information about somebody else's child or family. Be careful in the information that you give about anything in the office. Paras, don't give more information, only the necessaries. Whenever we're in places and we hear things as ESP, be careful what you share in the break room, on the buses, after school, or at the dinner table, because some things should not be said. And last and final piece, some people in their community connect better with the ESP than they do with the classroom teacher. And when they do, know your bounds. Know that you should not go above the authority of the teacher, but work with that teacher. When you have information from that parent, you should share it with that teacher, but you should do it in a way that it don't cause confusion in the classroom, but make sure that the connection that you have with the community, you do stay within your bounds of your job classification. Thank you, ESP, for what you do. You are important. As much as anybody else, do your job, do it well with a great attitude. I'm Motivated Change, Stefan Avery. God bless you.